Hi everyone, welcome. Thank you for joining me. Thank you, chat managers, for your help. Stephen Grady, Zach, Kibalayan, Pam. Hi Greg, Teresa Tak, Run Unconditional Love Tarot. Hi everyone. Okay. Uh, you know, Republicans, as is being said in the news for the past few months, are playing a very bad game with our economy. And when I focus on some of those people, some of them really don't care. And I'll tell you why. Some of them, certain type of constituents, it feels like to me, they are very loud, but intuitively I feel like saying there are people who either tried and failed, or never tried, or have other psychological issues that prevented them from getting where they want to go. And intuitively, that's what I feel. And others are just lazy, but they are very loud, and they go to their representatives, like Marjorie Taylor Greene. Although it feels like to me Marjorie Taylor Greene area is beginning to have doubts about her, but there are more the others who are standing and refusing to, well, basically they are threatening McCarthy. If he were to make a deal, they're going to push him out. These people, including their representatives, who are not leaders, who are basically following the wishes of their constituents, the minority, they don't care. These people, since they are suffering, they are not where they would like to be. They feel like they failed themselves. Well, no, they don't feel like they failed themselves, because otherwise they would. I am hearing fail themselves. So hang on a second. Let me try to get this right. They are conscious of some ways they have failed themselves. Okay? But since they don't know how to move forward or make a step forward, like improve their lives, they are stuck in some menial job, or a job that's going to pay them, I'm just giving you an example, $50,000, and 10, 20 years from now, they're in their 50s, they're not going to get any further. So these people are very angry, and they don't mind if they bring the rest of the country down with them, because they're not going to get very far. It's because they don't understand. They are very selfish. And these types of people are the type of people that are pushing the MAGA crowd, the low information and all that type of stuff, trying to crush everything, destroy everything. That's what they want. And there are some young people among them as well. Like the Nazi, the Proud Boys, all these people, they failed in some way in their lives. And they are angry. They know it's their fault. But they point the fingers at others who, in their minds, did not give them a break or give them something for free. So they want to dismantle the whole thing. Just like Bannon. That's basically what Bannon is preaching. Dismantle the whole thing. But I don't feel they will succeed. Biden called for a meeting for next week. I'm sure all of you have heard. It's going to be a tough meeting. But it feels like to me they're going to find a way not to allow those type of people I just described who want to burn the country down and blame others for their failures. It would be easy for me to point to the people on the island. They're making all that money, and I'm not going anywhere. It's the same thing. But I can't blame them. It's my faith, or whatever it is. I have to accept it and keep working harder. But these people don't believe in that. They reach a point, the anger is built up so high. Why not blame somebody else and burn the house down? That's what they want to do. And that's what I feel Biden is going to do. He's going to point out to McCarthy, McConnell already knows he's not in the MAGA camp, but he doesn't want to separate himself too much from McCarthy for whatever reason. I don't understand the logic, because he was just talking on the Senate floor. He didn't even mention the debt situation. But the way I'm extrapolating from what he said about the Supreme Court judges. He defended them, in a nutshell. He defended the Supreme Court people. So he will find a way to give, because he gave the conservative and the court basically a little, protection. So he's going to do the same, or trying to do the same thing with people in the House. He doesn't want to separate and just leave them out there hanging, just like he didn't want to do to the court. He gave him a little something to put over their head. He's trying to do the same thing with McCarthy, because also he doesn't want the hassle of the MAGA movement coming after him. But I feel like saying McConnell with Biden and Schumer will try to convince McCarthy and show McCarthy a way forward from here. It feels like they're going to convince McCarthy on showing him a way forward from here. That's basically what I feel is going to happen in the next meeting between Schumer, McConnell, Biden, McCarthy, and I believe someone else in the House. I'm not quite sure how that works, but they said the leadership and they mentioned names. But I feel like saying McConnell doesn't want it. He doesn't want it on his watch. McCarthy doesn't want it on his watch either. Let the economy basically, cratering the economy is not what they want to do. And none of them want it on their watch. And they also know they will get blamed equally. So the incentive that the Republican had or have to crater the economy thinking they're going to win in 24 has basically been taken off the table. No one is going to win. Intuitively, I feel Biden did something this morning, and I feel that's what may give the White House some coverage. He basically released or posted, he tweeted a document with a graph showing how Republicans, they're saying that they did not cut or they did not do anything. No, I'm sorry, let me rephrase that. They did not cut the VA benefits. So he made a little drawing to show that's not true, because Republicans called for a 20% cut on everything. And Biden noted that they did not specifically say anything about the VA. So if the VA wasn't included, and also that he posted some kind of other wording, I don't remember exactly what he said, but basically he was showing that Republicans are lying. And I feel that's what Biden is going to do going forward, and other Democrats, that will give him a little bit of a leverage over Republicans. But so far, to be honest, I don't see any appetite except for Marjorie Taylor Greene and her MAGA team in Congress who want to burn the House. These people don't care. Like I said, a lot of their constituents are blaming others for their failures. So they are the only ones who want to sink the country. But I feel like saying, like I've said before, Biden will outsmart them. And what I feel Biden will do going forward, he'll go out and basically bash them with their own words. And as I'm saying this, I'm seeing DeSantis. I just read something this morning that DeSantis did that was not very smart. He basically, in his book, he was bragging about how he's dragging Disney in the mud, really. In his mind, that's what he thought. According to lawyers, those top people who know the law, they said that he basically gave Disney a leg up on him when they go to court because of the way DeSantis spoke about them in the book. There's a very good chance he will lose. He basically give Disney ammo to beat him up with in court. And it's the same thing with that I feel Biden is going to do. All those things that Marjorie Taylor Greene and company have been saying out there, Biden is going to use those words to show to the public what they are up to and what they want to do and why they're doing it. That's what I feel Biden is going to do going forward. But I don't know why I am not. I'm annoyed, but I'm not concerned nor afraid, because it feels like to me these people will have to leave this country if they, because of malfeasance, they would crater our economy, because they are failures. They are incompetent, irresponsible, and not very bright. They listen to their constituents because also they can't be that bright, and they to let something like that happen. I don't feel McConnell wants to go there. I don't feel anyone around McCarthy who wants to do that. I mean, the top people, I'm not talking about Marjorie Taylor Greene and company, they have no idea. They don't really care. They don't think. Otherwise, they would not even entertain doing something like that. Let me tell you guys, they are all in and they are serious. There's a guy who looks, he's a representative. He's one of the MAGAs. He looks like he doesn't shower. He has some gray beard. He seems like he's a tall guy. Something Chambers or Charmer or something like that. His name is. He made a statement not too long ago that was very controversial. I don't remember exactly. I don't remember his name, but I'll if I remember it before this stream is over, I'll tell you. But he's one of those people, it feels like to me, that he listens. I am talking about this. He's the one I'm focusing on. And unfortunately, I don't remember his name, but I will let you know his name, even if I have to post it on my community tab. I'll do it. But as I am doing the reading, that's who I'm picturing, and the people around him, his constituents, the failures, who want the rest of us to fail along with them, regardless of, you understand what you're going through and you keep trying. They don't try anymore. They gave up and want to blame others. So why should you be better off than they are? They'll come after you. They want what you got. And since they can't have it, let's burn it down. That's what they are trying to do. It feels like to me intuitively. Uh, Let me see if there are any questions, but I feel we're gonna get ourselves out of this. Let me see if somebody knew who I was talking to. Whitney Morehouse says there is no new continent for these people to go to. I agree. I am looking. Okay. It seems like Craig Dixon says, as long as they don't cut my VA benefits as well as Social Security. Well, that's what Biden is going to do. It feels like to me the VA benefits is a very powerful tool that he's going to use, among other things. I mean, I'm sure all of you know, they're basically taking food away from babies. One state did that. I don't remember which state that was. They basically took away lunch from high school students, and then they gave themselves a raise. That's Republicans. So, Anna Webb says, will Biden or the Democrats find a way to do an end around the GOP on the debt ceiling? If there was a way to do it, to end around, they would have done it. But it feels like to me, Schumer, Biden, and McConnell will put a stop to this. And it feels like to me that's why McConnell did not say anything about it on the Senate floor this morning. He's trying to find a quiet way to resolve the debt ceiling issue because he doesn't want the country to default. And the end around that that they have, it feels like to me is bashing them. Like what Biden is going to do, show them for who they are, and show the people that because they are failures, it's the MAGA crowd. They want Trump back. The guy is a con man. They want him back. So they are already angry. So they will burn the place down. They have no sense of reality. They don't care. They're in a cult. And they want their cult leader to take charge and lead them to that snake pit. So, but that's what I feel. The next reference I'm getting, somebody asked me a question about what's happening in North Carolina, the way they went, the Supreme Court. There's not a GOP thing for you. The court previously said it was unconstitutional the way they were gerrymandering North Carolina. I believe it's North Carolina. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I believe it's North Carolina. So another election came around. If the GOP has a supermajority, they reversed the previous what the other court said. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is because when I saw that, I became concerned, but I read an article written by Eli Misto. He's one of those very, very bright lawyers, and he is involved in election litigations. This guy is a formidable guy when it comes to that. Well, he's a very smart guy. He wrote an article showing that what Republicans are doing. And he's saying the only way we can get ourselves out of, because basically what he's saying, and it's true because of my basic understanding of how things work, Republicans can find a way to put Trump back in power, and by gerrymandering, the a bunch of states, the red states, that's what they're doing. They're doing it, and also the way they are preventing young people from voting, college students, I'm sorry, and minorities, everyone they feel who won't vote Republicans, they are doing everything they can to challenge these people, to prevent them from voting, all kinds of stuff they are trying to do. But the reason why I'm bringing this up is because I said not too long ago, because of the gun situation that we have, again, GOP's fault, and mass murders that are taking place all over the country. I predicted that kids will take to the streets, and also the governor in the red state, DeSantis #1. A lot of young people are taking to the streets to protest. I feel there is going to be a movement, and Eli stated that's one of the things that can prevent those GOP, those red states, from doing what they are doing. I mean, also, women, not only young kids, but women, and, a mixture of people, but young kids, it feels like to me, will start taking those things more seriously. And like I predicted, I did not know this was going to be part of why I was seeing young kids taking to the streets. I feel there's going to be a combination of high school students or school kids protesting against guns. We don't have enough, they're not protected, basically. The gun laws we don't have any. Women, minorities, there is going to be a movement, it feels like to me, in this country to to keep Republicans, the red states, from gerrymandering, having another Trump or another Republican president. Trump, I feel, I don't see how Trump is going to make it to the presidency unless he can do it from jail. And even from jail, I don't think that's going to work, because I was reading it this morning, and I said it before, and I feel that's very likely is what's going to happen. They're going to use, somebody corrected me or taught me something yesterday, the third article of the 14th Amendment, they can use to prevent someone from holding any position in the federal government. So I don't feel Trump is really a threat, but it feels like to me, Trump has started something that's very threatening to our democracy, and we all know what it is. He has opened the door and showed to others, Republican leaders, and I'll tell you guys, I never thought the type of people that some people in government would follow Trump. Meadow, a whole bunch of them. If somebody told me about 6 years ago this was going to happen, these people were just going to follow Trump and keep amplifying the big lie, I would have said, no, it can't happen. Too many good people followed Trump. That's what I'm trying to say. And Trump has shown to people we would consider honest how to go about staying in power in this country. Yes, we still have those guardrails, but they are smarter than Trump. And the reason why I'm saying this, I'm DeSantis, I don't trust. The guy from Virginia, Youngkin, I don't trust him. Except for very few. All of them, it's their ambitions. I'm sure you guys have heard of what Ted Cruz tried to do. He too, if there's enough proof, Jack Smith is going to go after him. But the reason why I'm bringing Ted Cruz up is because he wanted to be president too. And a lot of them, they are looking at each other, so they want to be first. Why shouldn't I be president for life first? That's the problem, I feel. A lot of Republicans, once they get to the White House and they feel the power, they want to keep it forever. A lot of them will not want to give it up. And to be honest with you, except, you know who wouldn't do it? Chris Christie. He doesn't stand a chance. The former governor of Pennsylvania, I believe, I can't remember his name, he's married to an Asian lady or a Chinese lady. He won't do it. Okay? These are very few people, the very few. I can't think of anyone else. Trust me, she doesn't stand a chance, but she'll do it. Haley, yeah. When I focus on these people, the thing is, the way of thinking is, it seems like we want to be in charge, Republicans, that is. Minority leading the majority. And this is the best way to do it. And why shouldn't I be the first American president for life? They'll do it. Yeah. And believe me, Trump did not. It's not only Trump who said, why don't you stay for 8 years? The MAGA crowd in the House encouraged them. They were not in the dark about what Trump wanted to do. And that's why a lot of them, I did not know a long time ago when I told you Trump is going to take a whole slew of people to jail with him. I did not know the reason at the time. All I knew was, a whole bunch of people from Congress, they were going to go to jail. That part hasn't materialized yet, but if we see what's happening to the foot soldiers from January 6th, that's coming too. So those people, their friends, like I said, very few won't take advantage of what the road, because the path that Trump has laid out to remain president for life. And the only reason why Trump didn't succeed is because he's not very smart and he's a jerk. He doesn't know how to treat people. Unless he wants something from you, he'll say please, otherwise he'll tell you a curse word. We all know what that is. So a lot of Republicans, intuitively, I feel like saying, the way they see is like, why shouldn't I be the first one? Like them before everything else? Yeah. I feel that's why I am concerned about this gerrymandering thing. That's why I am concerned, although I feel people taking to the streets will have a major impact and scare a lot of them. And that's what Eli suggested in his article, and that's what I feel. When I said a while back, the young people are going to take to the streets, it feels like they're going to have company. And that's the only thing that can force Republicans to back off. And you know something I find, really sick? That transgender person, I don't know if I guess she was born male and and a woman's body, or a woman and a male's body. I'm sorry. I read a little while ago on Twitter. It seemed like there was a seat somewhere she could, sit outside because she's not allowed to go onto the floor or something like that, to prevent the person from sitting outside of the chamber. The GOP leader or the speaker of that, if they have those people and at the state level, she brought her mom in to take that seat so that that woman, Zoe, I believe her name is, would not find some place to sit. It's on Twitter. I just couldn't believe it. That's how mean-spirited these people are. Sandra Peterson says ACLU is backing Zoe, who's suing Montana. I hope so. I didn't hear about that, but I wouldn't be surprised. She has a case. Yep. But this is, I'm mentioning the Zoe situation. For somebody, the Speaker of a House, or at that level, the GOP leader, however they call them, to be so petty and so small, to get your mom involved, to take a seat, to prevent the person from having a seat. Something is wrong with these people's minds, and that's the way they are. That's why I'm saying to you, I feel we're going to have a Democrat, Biden will win, but we're going to have to do something about the gerrymandering. I feel we will. People will take to the streets. Enough people, well, I think Biden is going to do a pretty good job at letting people know what Republicans are up to. So don't be surprised if we see a whole slew of people protest all over this country to keep Republicans from doing what they are trying to do. That's my prediction. Joel Tucson is saying Trump is still in Scotland. Yeah, he's going to be there for... He went to supposedly a business, another business he's opening. Yeah. The Saudi money again, friends. Electra Storm says Congress needs strong laws to prevent president for life. We need new unbreakable laws. Exactly. They will, but don't look to Republicans in the Congress right now. Marjorie Taylor Greene wants Trump back in office, and we know who's speaker, right? Okay. Diva 369 says, Milu, did you see McCarthy tell the Russian reporter that he supports sending money and weapons to Ukraine? I heard about it. I didn't see it, but I heard it last night in a show and for Morning Joe again this morning. And Diva 369 says, I thought the MAGA representatives want to stop funding Ukraine. What gives? Well, like I said a little earlier, McCarthy knows better, but he's just sleazeball. Okay? And he owes his position to Marjorie Taylor Greene. And Marjorie Taylor Greene, short-sighted, she represents a whole bunch of... I'm not saying not all her constituents, every person from where that she represents are like that, but a lot of them are not well informed, and they have the loudest mouth. So he knows that's the right answer. So since he's abroad, he had to give the right answer, and that's what he believes. He knows we are doing the right thing. So that was one good thing, but my friend, exactly the reason why I don't trust them. I don't trust any Republicans when it comes to power, because Trump has opened their eyes. They will do anything, and when you are president of the United States, oh my God, it's even beyond my imagination. So I can't explain it. Joel Jason says, Milo, will Putin withdraw from Ukraine? I don't feel he's gonna. It's such like out of the goodness of his heart. It's because things are so bad. I don't know if you heard, and I predicted it a long time ago. They refuse to fight. It's been ongoing for a while, and it's getting worse. And I doubt it's gonna. The withdrawal. I wouldn't be surprised, and I predicted this a long time ago. I mean, not a long time ago, last year. That Russians just walk away from the fight. Yeah, because it's really getting bad now. And from what I understand, South Africa is warning Putin that if he does come, there's something that's going to happen in South Africa. They are warning Putin if he comes to South Africa to attend, they're going to have to arrest him, because they want to, but they have to. So, Brika says MTG has a new boyfriend. Yes, but guess what? Watch for the blowout between the two. I mentioned it a couple of weeks ago. I don't remember exactly when. Oh my God. That's it for now. She's just, at first, it's, everything is nice until you get to know her. She's really trash. I'm sorry. She's really, if you look at how she tried to treat Weingarten last week, after a while, when she's in relationships, that's the way she behaves. That's why her husband, Marjorie Taylor Greene, that's why she's been cheating. She's been cheating on her husband. There are a lot of reasons for it. It seems like intuitively I feel that marriage has been over for a very long time. Okay, but because they have kids, they basically live under the same roof. But look at what she's done. Her husband, her marriage crumbling had nothing to do, it feels like to me, from the way she went having sex with the people she goes to the gym, she went to the gym with. It happened before that, but she couldn't help it. I can confuse time. Maybe it was happening as well during when her marriage was okay, because it was never perfect. Okay, no relationship is perfect, but hers was not really good. But that's the way she treats people, the way she tries to treat Weingarten. The people at her house, she doesn't like for whatever reason you get on her bedside. That's truly Marjorie Taylor Greene. That's the way she is. Yeah. So, don't worry about this relationship. There's going to be a major blowout, and I wouldn't be surprised if it happened in a restaurant, because last time I was looking, that's where it was. Joe Tisson is saying he's Marjorie Taylor Greene bipolar. No, she's just a jerk. She's not sick. I mean, she's sick. Some things that'll be wrong, insecure, low life. She likes to drag people down, put people down, because she doesn't feel very good about herself. Look at her face. She looks like a monster. Without the makeup, oh my God. I'm sorry, friends, you don't have to be a beauty, but your goodness in you radiates. This woman is just, good Lord. She, it's ugliness all over. Yeah. Maybe I'm judging, since I've never seen her in person. I'm judging from one picture that I saw. I'm like, oh my God. Yikes. Okay. The last thing is, we were talking about Trump being over there, and some people still think this guy can go somewhere. Trump can go anywhere. And since the lawsuit is still ongoing, Agent Carroll did very well. And you know something? On MSNBC, there's a lady. She's a legal expert. Her too In fact, I heard her say this morning, she said Eugene has done very well, and she feels like there's a very good chance he'll win the case. So having people like that agree with me, my intuitive impressions, makes me feel good. So, oh my God! Thank you, Sandra. Says exactly, exactly, laughing. Sandra Peterson, I don't like to judge people that way, but the woman is ugly inside out. Yikes! Okay. But I'm sorry, I got distracted there for a second. I was talking about Trump. There is something else I wanted to mention. Oh my God. Let's see. Oh, do you guys remember I told you Leonard Leo would go down? There's an article about him on Politico, okay? And the way he has finessed himself to find his way next to the super rich or super wealthy, not super rich, super wealthy. Okay, remember, guys, somebody donated $1.5 billion to his organization, and the Federalist, whatever the society, were not supposed to be a political entity, but since they had a lot of wealthy people that were members or whatever it is, he used that to meet a lot of wealthy people. He enriched himself, and in the process, put us in this trajectory that we are in. But I read the article. I feel like saying these things are not going to end well for Leonard Leo. I believe I said that before, but after I read that article, I thought I would mention him again. Dianaki says Leonard Leo is going down. Yes, that article is not good. It's not going down yet. But the thing is, in this country, when you're doing bad, people in his position, and they put you in the newspapers, you're done. And it's a matter of time before you find out, because they all have skeletons in their closets. Journalists find out about the skeletons, just like Thomas. Okay? He's arrogant, but he has skeletons in his closets. Somebody found out. Yeah. And now he's on the ropes. I know McConnell tried to cover up for him this morning, but I don't feel that's going to go over very well. It's not going to help. McConnell did not only try to cover for Thomas, he tried to cover for everybody in the court that they found bad things, to say about, but it's not going to help. They've really messed things up. But yeah, Thomas and those people, the same thing. Shine the sun on them, spread a little light. Oh yeah, that has a very nasty way of neutralizing people. But something, that guy Leo, my prediction is he's going to lose his organization. Okay, I don't know how that's going to work. And he's going to lose a ton of money. Watch. Mario Alexander said, do you feel Trump is going to try and do the Great Escape in Scotland? No, he can't. Where is Trump? First of all, please, I'm sure some of you know a lot more about this than I do. In order for you to fly in an airplane, the countries have to clear the airspace, or you have to, they have to give you okay to fly from point A to point B. And also, he has Secret Service with him, security, and believe me, America is watching. Trump cannot escape. You and I probably we could. Probably. Okay. An airplane is the worst method of transportation anyone can try to escape with. It's difficult. It's in the air, you're going to get picked up on radar. Yeah. So, they'll force you down. Fighter jets after you, that's it. And I'm sure the pilot is not going to risk his life for Trump. He would land the plane. So, yeah. Yeah, Pumpseed Cakes. Pem Cake says Sheldon Whitehouse is on fire. Oh, yes. He's the one who has brought a lot of those shenanigans that the court has been doing behind the scenes. Yeah. That Citizen United stuff, all the dark money. This guy is pretty smart, and he is tenacious. When he bites on something, he does not let go. Oh my God. Yeah. Okay. Jeez, time flew by. Okay, friends. Craig Dixon says skeletons in their closets and bodies in the backyard. Exactly. Okay, everyone. Thank you very much for spending time with me. Thank you. Oh, this thing was scrolling. I didn't realize that. Thank you, chat managers, for your help. I appreciate it. If anyone would like a reading from me, the link to my website is below the video, psychicminu.com, or it's been scrolling all along at the top of your screen. You can call me, text me on my YouTube number, or send me a message on my email address. We will negotiate a time that's good for both of you if you don't want to make an appointment online or don't feel comfortable, for whatever reason. If you like the channel, please subscribe if you're not a subscriber, and also tap on the notification bell in order for you to be notified when I'm online or when I post a video. And like a lot of people have been trying to help Sandra Peterson, thank you. Give me a thumbs up, everyone. That would help me a lot. I will see you all tomorrow. Yeah, I think that's it. Till then, bye.